The giant stride of Kebbi State government in reshaping and revamping the economic prosperity of Kebbi State cannot be overemphasized. Every sector of the state economy has received massive input, which has impacted positively in the lives of the people in the state. Since 2015 to date, the administration of Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu has executed numerous developmental projects in every sector of the human endeavor towards uplifting the well-being of all communities throughout Kebbi State. One area where the administration of Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu attached optimum priority is the power sector, of which the government expended huge resources in the provision and purchase of new electric equipment such as transformers and refurbishing of existing ones.
When we came in 2015, we were aware that the state government is having only maximum of 3 to 5 hours power supply. That one is basic, and everyone indigenous of Kebbi State knows that it is the truth, that we are only having 3 to 5 hours light. We called on a meeting of critical staff, TCN, and one company called Alisa Engineering Company. When we sat down, we discussed intensively on how to improve power supply within the state. First of all, we pick the Port Emirate headquarters. Then in the second one, we go by local government. We sat down together and we came to a resolution that yes, there is enough supply from Kanji, and we have 330 kVA line that comes from Kanji, based here in Benin Kebbi. From there, since we have TCN staff, we know how many megawatts will be distributed to each that are operating under Kanji line. We went to Lagos, we know how much the transformer is. By then, it's 32 million, 7.5 kVA, MBA transformer is 32 million. So, he said we need 2 as of then, in which we got the transformers through His Excellency and 20 number of 500 kVA. From then, within 100 days, we installed all these transformers. People start to wonder, and from 3 hours to 5, they are now on 18 hours, 20 hours, and then 24 hours. So that achievement, we were the first to record it within the whole nation.
This tremendous achievement has enhanced business activities and created job opportunities for thousands of people, especially youths.
We don't used to have light normally the way we are having it now, because they have been shifting light before. We thank our governor because he has been trying a lot for the power supply issue, at least for the state.
We see different in power supply of the light. Normally, we don't normally have light like this. They used to play with the light from time to time, but this year we see changing of the light. So we thank God for the work of the government, that the governor of Kebbi State trying his best to make sure that the lights, we have constant light. We really appreciate the effort, sir.
It has also attracted foreign investment such as GB Food Africa Tomato Company located in Gafara in Gaski local government, Wakot Rice Mill, Argungu, Lulu Rice Mill, Kamba, as well as Sajo Rice Mill, bringing
Of course, first and foremost, as far as I'm concerned, is the revitalization of the primary healthcare centers and services, and the introduction of the state social health insurance scheme. This is one of the legacies I think His Excellency is going to be remembered for. A prepaid healthcare program such as the Kebbi contributory healthcare scheme is coming to stay forever, because it's a self-sustaining social health insurance scheme that governments after governments, it will continue with the help of contributions from the people themselves. So it is a legacy that I'm sure we, the Kebians, are going to be proud of long after he leaves office.
out of his passion and commitment, the administration of Senator Bagudu introduced free medical outreach where different professional teams of medical personnel from different foreign countries and within Nigeria provided medical services to the people in the state and other neighboring countries free of charge.
Support we're getting from the governor and his staff and all the people that are helping us, so that we can come and provide services to the people in need who are not able to get services here without paying for it, and maybe don't have the money to provide for medical services, but they have to choose between medicine and their families eating. That's our goal, is to help those people and to teach some of our skills to the local providers so that maybe they can improve the care that they can provide to to your people?
Legacy I attribute solely to this administration is the national and international linkages that this administration has brought into the health sector. The partners working in Kebbi State in collaboration with the State Ministry of Health and they come not only from Nigeria but from outside the country. If you remember, it was this administration that has started the outreach programs aimed at attending the medical needs of less privileged in society. This is going to remain as a legacy of this administration. I can equally mention the introduction of community participation in the health sector with the introduction of the World Health System. Of course, it is a national program, but it was adopted by Kebbi State and operationalized. Most of the states, that policy was adopted, but it has never been operationalized. In Kebbi here, we have the WDCs, we have the WDC Forum, where the communities participate in what happens in the primary healthcare centers, which, as you know,
all of these tremendous achievements could not have been possible without the support and initiative of his wife, Dr. Zainab Shinkafi Bagudu, who has played a vital role towards improving healthcare services in Kebbi State with emphasis on cancer awareness, detection and treatment among both males and females. The legacy of Bagudu administration would no doubt continue to reflect in the minds of the people of the state.
Efforts in the area of cancer prevention and education campaign. Thanks to Her Excellency Dr. Zainab's efforts in the state, she has brought cancer to the forefront, and a lot of campaigns have taken place. Screening exercises have taken place, and I must say the Kebbi State Contributory Healthcare Scheme is equally playing a role here, because cancer screening is included in the primary services that all enrollees are entitled to obtain at the primary healthcare level. So cancer screening is going to be a routine service at the primary healthcare level. And the issue with cancer is early detection.
Another hallmark of Atiku Bagudu administration is on road construction, which the governor considered as one of its top priorities. Since the inception of the administration in 2015 to date, it has constructed more than 900 kilometers of roads network across the 21 local government areas of the state in order to ease transportation of farm produce to marketplaces.
Mun ji daɗi, ni tun tashi na har yanzu ban ga ci gaba ya kama mu ga wata gwamnati irin waga gwamnati ta Atiku Bagudu ba. Kuma mun ji daɗi muna tafiya lahiya lau ba hayaniya. Da muka kama hanya an yi ruwa cakali su banna musu banna uwayenmu, amma yanzu za mu bi hanya mu wanke karafunan mu zagaya cikin gari lahiya lau, mu kwana uku ma ban wanke karafunan mu ba. wayanmu su huto ba su lalata ƙafafukansu ba 'yan ɗayanmu su huto tsatsatsab ko gara mana mu yi musu wanka mu yi musu daidai da ya kamata amma komi kilare yanzu ba mu da matsala ubangiji kuma Allah ya ƙarfafa wanga mulkin nashi kuma
Many other township roads and drainages were constructed, as well as intercity and intracity linking towns and villages. According to the Commissioner of Works and Transport, Abubakar Tika Ladan, the government under the leadership of Atiku Bagudu has further constructed a number of bridges which their kilometer varies from 15 to 60 kilometers across the state.
In summary, since 2015 to date, almost close to 900 kilometers of roads have been constructed across all local governments in the state. And these are classified into two. We have complete new roads, and we have those roads in existence that have gone bad and were rehabilitated. At the same time, we have another category of roads that is apart from inter-township roads, that is between town A and B. We also gave emphasis on the construction of roads, township roads within our major cities in the state. So, as I said, we constructed close to 900 kilometers to date, and we are still counting because currently there are projects that are ongoing. So we cannot add on their kilometers until they are completely completed. So major towns in the state, as I said, have been covered in our townships. The state capital has benefited a lot in almost all nooks and crannies of the state capital. We have constructed a number of roads since the coming of this administration. Tudun Wadamak, Eragandu, Shia Fada, Badaria, Ondo Bayan, Ondo, Shia Dabamawa, CID, and other locations. And all these are covered with appropriate drainage system to evacuate flooding water away to the Fadama.
The governor in particular, probably being himself a teacher, actually accord priority to education, particularly basic education. Since the inception of his administration, he paid special attention to education service delivery in the area specifically of constructions, renovations of learning environments. For example, between 2015 to date, a total of 1,314 classrooms were newly constructed, and 2,478 classrooms actually renovated If you put together total number of classrooms newly constructed and those rehabilitated, you have 3,792 classrooms. This is besides the hundreds of classrooms that were built and or constructed by the state legislators through constituency projects, a money that is actually provided by the state government. For every classroom constructed, renovated, furnitures are actually also provided. A total of 106,678 units of furniture actually provided.
In agricultural sector, the administration of Senator Abubakar is championing economic development and diversification. Since assumption of power, Governor Bagudu laid solid emphasis on agriculture, reviving farming, particularly rice, which has significantly increased production not only in the state but Nigeria as a whole. The special advisor to the governor on media and publicity, Malam Yahya Haliru Sarki, has this to say.
The administration of Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu is anchored on economic development and diversification. This government, since inception in 2015, has recorded landmark achievements, particularly in the agricultural sector, where teeming youths and women have gained employment.
It has also helped in curbing the importation of foreign rice into the country, as well as provided jobs for thousands of youths and women, with the springing up of big and small rice mills across the state.
The character of Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. In fact, when he took over, he maintained the status quo, left civil service as it was. He almost united virtually all opposition groups within one place, because I believe at that particular time Kebbi State is not as a unit whereby there are oppositions. So he made those from PDP and other political parties join hands together to build Kebbi State. In fact, civil service, as was then politicized, he depoliticized it to the extent that he commanded virtually all civil servants, juniors and seniors, that whoever asks you to do something that is wrong, you should not do it. And if you do it, you'll be held personally responsible. Therefore, civil servants had opportunity to resist virtually anything that is not in accordance to rules and regulations. I'm also opportune to work very closely with His Excellency, which I confirmed his character as a listening man, a man who likes always to abide by rules and regulations. He listens to advice of people, and he takes advice whenever he is opportune and his advice. Likewise, if you look at in the State Executive Council, his words are not the final word. He allows virtually each and every member of the Executive Council to contribute, and you are free to challenge his ideas. And if majority carries that one, you follow it and execute it. Virtually, we are a very listening governor, and a governor who has united Kebbi State, a governor who has taken rural development as being the cardinal principle of his government. Development does not mean building skyscrapers and other things, but there is no hamlet, village, or what that has not seen the activities of this government.
The legacy of Bagudu administration would no doubt continue to reflect in the minds of the people of the state. Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu remain the people's friendly governor, a mentor and an icon of